Hello everybody, I'm Seth Hocking. I'm a sophomore in Purdue's Construction Engineering Management program, and I'm here today to talk about my summer internship with Regal Incorporated. So our main office is located in Newburgh, Indiana, which is a suburb of Evansville, Indiana, although we did run jobs as far north as Terre Haute and as far east as Madison, Indiana. And the furthest I ever went this summer was to Odessa, Texas with a couple of our design engineers to help draw plans for a Univar chemical plant. This is a map of Indiana, just so you can see. Up here is Terre Haute. That's about as far north as I ever went. Down here, Bloomington and Bedford. I was in this area quite a bit with some bridge work. Down here in Seymour and Madison, this is where Madison is. Evansville, our head office is down here in the corner. So as you can see, I was doing quite a bit of driving this summer. Some of the projects I was helping work on, obviously we run a lot of bridges. The first day I was there, we finished up a bridge deck over in the county. It was nothing very special, very short bridge over a little ditch. The first bridge I ever really did a lot on was in Madison, Indiana. It was not a full overlay, it was a bunch of patching. And we did not subcontract our concrete out for that. We did it all ourselves using Sackcrete. So I'm sure our foreman was not very thrilled with us, but that was the decision we made. Up in Bedford, we did a microsilica overlay where we completely ripped up the whole bridge deck and poured it again. Obviously, we had to subcontract the concrete out for this using IMI. This is my biggest triumph this summer, and I'm getting ready to explain more about it, so stay tuned for that. The last bridge deck I ever really helped with was in Kaminsky, Indiana. Again, it was like the county bridge, very short. It was a very simple bridge, not a whole lot to it. I did some road work in Newburgh. We were finishing up a job and we subcontracted out some paving work, so I got to experience firsthand what it was like to pave for a subcontractor. Down in Henderson, Kentucky, we actually won the bid to build 8 new miles of highway for Interstate 69. If you look up the Ohio River crossing, we won the bid for Section 1, and that is what we're working on down there right now. We did do a little bit of wastewater work this summer up at Chandler Utilities. We built a building for them to safely store some of their chemicals to treat the water. I spent a very large amount of time up there. That's probably the project I spent the most time on. We did some pipe work over on Fuquay Road. That Fuquay job was kind of a special place in my heart. That's the job that I took the most managerial position on. I was doing a lot of subcontracting calls, and I was out there almost every day helping them navigate the way through the project. Green Springs is another pipe job we have down in Newburgh. I didn't really help out a whole lot there, but I did do a little bit of research with the project manager just to make sure the job was staying on time. As far as design work that I did, like I mentioned before, I went to Odessa, Texas to go to a Univar plant with our design engineers to help draw up plans for the relocation of a scrubber and a couple of hydrochloric acid tanks. So my biggest triumph this summer has to be a bridge deck pour that we did overnight, because microsilica, the bridge deck has to be below 95 degrees in order for it to set properly. Well, in southern Indiana, bridge decks don't get below 95 degrees except for at maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. So we ran the job like we said we would at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we ended that far picture all the way over here to the right. This was taken at about 7 or 8 in the morning, and we had one last truck that was waiting to come in. We left our shop at about 11. Since we live in Central Time and this job was in Eastern Time, we automatically lost an hour, making it midnight. It was a 2-hour drive from our house, and we wanted to beat the concrete. So it ended up that I worked 12 hours, pretty much a straight night shift, 11:15 p.m. to a.m. And here are just some pictures of it. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done, is seeing the 10 or 12 laborers we had out there really kind of just knock out a bridge deck in the middle of the night. The biggest lesson I learned has nothing to do with construction. And this actually means a lot to me, what I'm about to tell you guys, so bear with me here. Hunter Fields, the project manager that I worked under most of the summer, he unfortunately has had some health issues that has caused him to lose a significant portion of his memory. And he kind of mentioned to me one day, he goes, "My life's on a hill right now." And I was sitting in his office, so I paused for a moment. I said, "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" And he goes, well, what do you think? And I said, well, if you're going uphill, you know, you're approaching the peak, you might be able to see horizons that you've never seen before. Life's going in a positive direction for you, but you're also going to be sore and tired because of all the hiking you're doing to get up the hill. And he goes, yeah, what else? And I said, well, if you're going downhill, you know, you're kind of taking it easy, you're going slow, maybe resting a little bit, but you're heading into a valley that may not be the greatest place, but it may be some time for some self-reflection and stuff. And he goes, yeah, and also if you're heading uphill and you're getting all the exercise, you're building new muscles and you're staying in shape and being healthy. And if you're going downhill, while you are relaxing, you are also technically being a little lazy there. And he goes, the point of this is life is all about perspective. It's all about what you make of things and how you see things. There are going to be good times and bad, but it's all how you make of it is what you're going to end up learning. Thank you all very much. I really enjoyed making this video for you.